suspect developing as a university isn't a matter of either internal or external strengths and relations. It's both. I think to be functioning effectively, it needs to be engaged, it needs to be outward facing, it needs to demonstrate, in a sense, the relevance and value of what it as a community is doing to the wider world, which in reality is funding so much of what takes place here. It also, of course, needs to reflect within itself on what's happening outside, and therefore the internal quality of academic life, the standards pursued in teaching and research are also critically important. And I think it's that mixture, and I think we can perhaps take that for granted. It doesn't, in fact, happen by accident. It requires people to take initiatives to reflect on the issues involved and to respond to the challenges that are there.
I think a university by definition is independent, and that's never questioned in Ireland. I think it places a responsibility on university researchers and teachers to respect that independence by thinking hard about what they're going to say and not just shooting off with the first thought that comes into their minds.
I think it's very important to have academics at the table. I think Trinity has made a great commitment to the community here, and I think we can really benefit by more involvement of Trinity academics. Whether we're facing economic challenges, social challenges, challenges with crime, academics here have great knowledge and can contribute to developing strategies that really will improve the quality of life here.
I think what the university does best is not the soundbite, but the considered piece.
The local community is getting more and more involved with Trinity. We're having joint projects. We're being consulted on planning. So it's getting better all the time. And I think the Provost, John Hegarty, is really interested in dealing with his neighbours.
With a brand as strong as Trinity's, it's almost a bulwark against the recession that we have at the moment, and as an attractor for people to come and visit the city. So it is a constant mark of achievement within the city.
We need good communications, good PR, good encouragement to bring everyone from school children all the way through the ages, to bring them into college, to attend many of the terrific lectures and seminars that we already have underway, but I think are a secret to much of the population of the city, and a real opportunity as people look to enrich their lives to come much closer to Trinity and all the work that we do here.
I suppose the university, by letting the societies run their way, like the voluntary tuition programme, and allowing them to use their students and kind of support them in any way, be it funding, be it just providing the students and the resources.
Tom helped me by, if I'm stuck on a question, he doesn't tell me, he tells me how to work it out.
My grades have improved by a lot.
I think I might come to Trinity now.
The Science Gallery is great as a venue. That even just the glass walls that are the whole length of the Science Gallery actually draw the public in, that they can see that they can be part of this world nearly, and they can walk inside. And I think that's great for the Science Gallery itself. And the cafe as well also brings people in, but they end up looking and learning and engaging in the exhibitions as they come in, even if they've just come in for a simple cup of coffee.
India is going through a lot of economic changes, as Ireland did a few years ago, and I think India would benefit greatly in learning of some of the experiences that Ireland's going through now, post a lot of that development. And similarly, Ireland could learn a lot from India in terms of a lot of the IT and R&D and pharmaceutical initiatives that have gone on. So I think both of them have a lot to contribute to each other.
Well, TAP is crucial to people from, I suppose, non-traditional backgrounds, as TAP would call them. People who come from maybe areas that are somewhat socio or economically disadvantaged, or really just from people who come from families that do not have any kind of tradition of going to third level education. And for those kind of people, for people like myself, TAP really opens up a whole range of opportunities that probably more than likely people like myself wouldn't have had.
I left school at 15. And when my youngest child went to school, I went back to a back to education course, and heard about TAP through there and started on it. I'd never really had any great ambition to go to college or anything, but once I started there was no stopping me.
In Irish Life, when we got involved with Tilda, it was a new experience for us because it was the first time that we were involved with the university on such a large-scale project as Tilda. And also we came in as anchor sponsor for the Tilda study. And that was useful to Tilda because it allowed them to pitch to other potential funders. And it was very interesting for us to be in that position because it gave us a unique positioning in the study, and it also allowed us to get some reputational benefit from being the anchor sponsor of this important study.
Any university has a responsibility, obviously in the first instance, to those who are part of its own community as students, to provide a formation and access to learning that is appropriate to their needs and expectations and as high a quality as it can be. It's a role to play in terms of providing a capacity for engaging with the pursuit of knowledge, research in the scientific disciplines and in the human sciences and humanities as well. It has a role to play, I think, as part of civil society in terms of the challenges of the day, the problems of the day, in teasing them out and contributing to public debate, in providing insights into how similar issues are being pursued in other societies. So I think it is a privileged place for reflection and analysis and engagement, and I think it should be encouraged and facilitated to make that contribution over and above the very tangible contribution through teaching and scientific research.